Divine greetings, beloveds. I wanted to share something that is near and dear to my heart and something that you might find quite interesting. What is that? Bookstrology. I've shared with you what the year's books are, but now I want to get into something even deeper. Let's get into it. Welcome, beloveds. I am Tanya Melendez, the bookstrologist, and I want to share with you today a bookstrologer's perspective on the hot new book, Start With Yourself by Embody. The reason I chose this book is because not only are so many women talking about it, it's getting conversations going. And so I wanted to give to you this bookstrologer perspective. So I get to share both my love of astrology and my knowledge as an information scientist, aka librarian. So let's dive in. First of all, Miss Getty's birth chart herself is quite powerful. As a first decan Libra, being born on September 25th, she really has a very strong chart. And one of the biggest things that I noticed about her chart were her north node and her south node. And her north node is in Cancer. Her south node is in Capricorn. So there's a lot in that, as well as a stellium she has. But what I really want to dive into, of course, is her book, Start With Yourself, which was published on, it was published and presented out into the world on this past April 14th. And so with that born day, that book has the Aries stellium. And what the title is doing is sparking leading ladies who are founders, ladies who are owners, who are in business. And so with this Aries stellium and the energy that she was able to really come through with her book, Start With Yourself, one of the most powerful points she had in this book launch, and I'm sure she was working with an astrologer because of the Aries stellium, and it was such a powerful day of that. But not only did she have that Aries stellium, there's also Mercury in Aries as well, and in her second house is the book's port of fortune, and so much more. Next, I wanted to look at the moon, which is in the third house, and she has Lilith in Sagittarius, and her IC is on Sagittarius. Now, I'm not talking about her, I'm talking about the book. I call the book Her. And so Start With Yourself bookstrology really was already going to be an instant success because of the birth chart. Not only did she have that part of fortune in the second house in Capricorn, which I'll dive into just a little bit more, also in the fifth house was Venus in Taurus. So double whammy with the actual cosmognomics, the money written in the chart for the Start With Yourself book. So not only that, the reason it was also an instant success is because of the energetics that are going on with women right now. With the Venus right now actually in Taurus, she really used that energy to put her book front and center in front of so many ladies who are looking and asking for a different perspective. And she sparked quite a bit of discourse around it as well. How did that happen? That happened because she's got Mercury in the third house, and the north node is in Pisces, and also Pluto is in the fifth house. So there's all this energy around her really speaking and really wanting to say what she wants to say. And so the book then really picks up this energy of liberation, but more than that, it's a spark, it's a fire, and it has lit up fires all over social media, all over, which is exactly what it was meant to do. And when I go back now then to her actual astrology, she's got her Lilith on the IC and Capricorn. So a composite chart of both would really show how she was very much knowing that she was going to not only spark conversations, but spark a different discourse, as well as the leading ladies that she has promoting the book. So she's got the K sisters, she's got her friends like Tory Burch and Diane Vostenberg, and just so many other ladies, even, someone that I know, June Ambrose, right? So all of these leading ladies, again, I haven't looked at all of their charts, but I do know for a fact these are women who are very successful business owners and who are also, household names, and luxury brands. And so I'll be looking at luxury brands, but more than likely, looking at that from a financial astrology perspective. But getting back into the book astrology of Start With Yourself. So again, knowing that the title alone was going to also spark ladies in the 40 and up club. I call this that these are the ruby years. And so many of us, again, are feeling the need to less screens, more stars. And so again, she knew that there would be an instant spark, as well as it is almost wrapping up the energy of Aries. So it's in that very last degrees of Aries. And so the long lasting, qualities of the book will most likely, and far reaching as well. I wouldn't be surprised if it's then translated into other languages as well, because of her Lilith in Sagittarius and the IC also in Sagittarius. And so that is what I wanted to share with you with the book astrology. And now, as the librarian, the topic alone really is a hot topic. And starting with yourself almost talks about tapping into the energy of, wellness, but this is coming from a completely different mindset, which is why it's sparking so much, energy between the women, who are homemakers and wives and also own businesses, but also as mothers as well. But this is also for the 40 and up, because she is older. And so this, she's covering many different topics. And in fact, her book, the book is listed actually as a business book, but it says Start With Yourself. And when I look at the reference, the reference of how it is put in, it is self-help, personal growth, success. It's biography, autobiography. It's also music and composers. So, and women in business and economy, or economics, excuse me. So these are the Dewey system, system subjects that this would be connected to. And so the relevance of that, what we're going through with this fire horse, so coming out as a strong woman leader in this male dominated industry, area, and then also being a woman of color. So she's really bringing out her audience as well as relevance. And as I just shared, she really brought her A game, her VIPs, her leading ladies. And now this is amplifying her, Aries energy, or I'm sorry, the book's Aries energy is going to then amplify on her chart as well. So I love breaking down book astrology in this way. So if you're a writer, author, and would like to see how I can use this book astrology on you, please let me know. I would love to share this with you. Make sure you watch your book astrology for the year, so you know exactly what to place in what's in your stars, as well as what needs to be in